everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to Bookish Blonde. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit of my plans for reading for April. There's a couple things up in the air, so this isn't a solidified, this is for sure what I'm reading. This is just kind of some of the books I want to put priority in April and get to as many of them as I can. I have a couple anticipated new releases that are very close to being my turn to check out at the library. They're on hold. So if those pop up, I'm going to obviously read those as well first, and that might put some of these, push them out of the month. So we'll see. So the first one I want to talk about is I definitely want to read The Frozen River by Ariel Lawhon. This one is a for sure read for April. Lindsey at Lindsey's Little Library said she loved this book. This is one of her new all-time favorites. And another close friend of mine read it and she loved it as well. So definitely anxious to pick this one up. In The Frozen River, it takes place in Maine in 1789, and we are following Martha Ballard. This is a book that's historical fiction, but it's based on a true woman in history. It says, The Frozen River is a thrilling, tense, and tender story about a remarkable woman who left an unparalleled legacy yet remains nearly forgotten to this day. So Martha, she is a midwife and a healer, and she keeps a diary of all the, births that she's a part of and everything like that. And it sounds like there was an investigation for a rape that happened like prior to where this storyline starts, and one of the well-respected men that was accused of this rape ends up dead in the river, and so they call her in to do a little investigation, and in the middle of it, I believe her diary gets kind of exposed to this tight-knit community, and so she kind of decides to protect herself and to do a little digging, a little amateur detective, and look into this shocking murder and find out what's going on. I've read one other book by Ariel Lawhon. I read The Maid, the Wife, the Mistress, and I really enjoyed that. So this will be my second title by Ariel Lawhon, and I can't be more excited. This will probably be one of the first ones I read this month. Okay. Okay, so the next one is going to help me catch up with some of my goals. One of my goals was to read a couple of my series that I own on my shelf, and this is number 2 in the Inheritance Games. So this one was also fulfilled a prompt in my previous video a little bit ago when I did my spring TBR. I'll post that down below in case you haven't seen it. And so not only will it help me out with my spring TBR, but it also will help me get further along in my series goal for this year. So this is book 2. I don't want to say too much, but it's book 2 in the Inheritance Games. Love the first one. It is YA. I think I gave it 4 stars, the first one, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a quick read. It had me on the edge of my seat, kind of guessing all the way through, and I can't wait to pick this one up. The next one is also a sequel, The Housemaid's Secret. I know the third one in the series has come out, so I want to pick this one up. I loved the first one. This is going to be, again, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but The Housemaid I read in one sitting. Like, one Saturday, I just could not put it down. So I'm expecting the same out of this one. I hope it's just as good. This is going to be something I take out of town with me next weekend, and because I think it'll just be a really quick, mindless read that I'll enjoy, and it'll keep me engaged, and it'll be perfect for a weekend getaway. Another one I'm excited to read for my romance pick for April. I also have a prompt for a cover with pastels on it for something I'm doing with my book club. And so I'm going to read The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I read The Last Letter earlier in the year and loved it. And this one, we are following 28-year-old Georgia, who went through a brutal divorce. Sorry about the lighting. The clouds are moving a lot today. So we're going to follow Georgia Stanton, and she just went through a brutal divorce. She lost everything, her friends, her pride, her beautiful New York house. So she goes back home to Colorado to live in her great-grandmother's estate. And so when she gets there, she finds herself face-to-face with Noah Harrison. And Noah Harrison is a very famous golden boy author, and he is there because he wants to finish her grandmother, who's Scarlett Stanton's, wants to finish her last unfinished novel. So I'm guessing that's who the love story is between, right? And as they are working together on this novel being finished, they find love letters in a box, and also a manuscript from her great-grandmother that talks about her real life romance with a World War II pilot. So you're going to get a past timeline with the romance and a present time with the romance, and I'm sure I'm going to love it because I was blown away by the last letter. So that one definitely will happen. Okay, so I did a try before you buy little video with some of the books I had checked out from my library, and I narrowed it down to these two. Now, Murder Road, I just got the notification, is due tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to this one in April. I'm going to put it back on hold and see what happens. So I'm most likely going to be reading this one and a story by A.J. Finn as well. Not sure what I'll be reading on my Kindle. My Kindle, I'm still working on the read from March, and I think it's going to carry over into April at this point. I'm a little behind on that one. So I'm not sure what'll be next on my Kindle. I do want to do the priority read spin with you guys to find out which one of those, obviously I have 9 left, so I want to do a spin here, and that will kind of give you an idea of my reading plan. So give me 1 second and I will film my computer. Okay, let's spin. Here we go for the month of April. Okay, The Perfect Marriage. Okay, that's a murder mystery. Yay, that will kind of break up some of my other reading. All right, awesome. Well, I'm very excited. I will keep you posted. I might have some changes to my TBR this month depending on maybe my mood reading, also maybe what comes in the library. But we are looking at these right here, this lovely stack. I'm excited to pick up The Perfect Marriage. I've had this on my shelf way too long, and it'll be my first Geneva Rose as well. So here we go. This is my potential April TBR stack, and happy reading. I'll see you guys later.